I met storm. So staying 8,300 meters means no sleeping bag, no water, no food, no can, no oxygen, no.
On May 10, 1996, Gau Minghe, popularly known as Makalu Gau, faced one of Mount Everest's deadliest tragedies. Nearly 30 years later, his passion for the mountains remains unshaken, though to this day, the scars of that harrowing night mar his body and also credibility.
So after 1 year in hospital, I take 1 year for training myself. After half a year, I learning how to drive a car. Then I don't want to use a wheelchair. I practice in my home. I just put my hand to support my body. Then I walking slowly. I take almost half a year.
Gau was back on his feet within 2 years. Yet, the disaster of 1996 put an end to his mountaineering career.
1954. Okay.
54 is how many years? 70 years ago. 70 years ago.
It was this magazine that ignited his ambition to climb some of the world's highest peaks.
When I first time saw the Mount Everest, is 1970. Around that time, I went to Taipei Old Book Street, Cooling Street. I bought one National Geographic. It's 1954. They report 1953 Hillary dancing the summit of Mount Everest. They must, incredible, so high, how human can stop on the top. This is the first time I have a Mount Everest image.
The first successful ascent of Everest in 1953 lit a fire in Gau, who grew up in Rifeng, a mountainous area near Taipei. Although Taiwan doesn't have any peaks above 4,000 meters, inspiration came from Japan's Junko Bay.
She came to Taiwan. She wanted to climb Mount Jordan Mountain. I guided her, but the weather no good. There we were talking together.
The first woman to summit Everest encouraged the civil engineer to leave his full-time job and look beyond Taiwan's borders.
So we make a good friendship between Taipei Jinko and me. And next year he sent some gas stove for me. This is the first time I met really summit the Mount Everest.
Poland's Wanda Rutkiewicz, the third woman to scale Everest, also played a pivotal role in Gau's journey. He met her while climbing the world's sixth highest mountain. Szuying, on the Tibet-Nepal border, was his first summit above 8,000 meters.
She finished 6 or 7, 8,000 meters in that time. She also is finished Mount Everest. So we are very nice talking in base camp Szuying. And she want to sell me the solar panel, 1991. Then she asked me, invite me next year to climb the Kanchenjunga in 1992. But I told her I plan to climb the Mount Everest in 1992.
Tragically, Rutkiewicz lost her life while attempting Kanchenjunga in 1992. Just as Gau faced setbacks in his own Everest attempt that same year. Yet, her memory fueled his resolve to keep trying to conquer Everest. Gau spent 3 years preparing for the summit. He learned English to communicate with the Sherpas to guide his climb, and at the suggestion of his English teacher, adopted the name of the world's fifth highest mountain.
Then everybody chose one mountain name for your English name. So I find out Makalu is easy to remember two pronunciation, so I chose Makalu.
It was during his training for his second Everest expedition that he came close to losing his life for the first time. In 1995, Gau survived a terrifying snowstorm on Mount McKinley in Alaska, which killed one of his Taiwanese teammates. Despite the tragedy at North America's tallest peak, Gau's resolve for the next year's Everest expedition remained strong.
We take 1 year for training. We go in hospital, check our body. We go into Air Force to training the less air chamber, the pressure air chamber in the Taipei. Then going to the South Kaohsiung Air Force base. We do everything just we want to climb Mount Everest. So fortunately, we get summit because many company, many people, they are sponsor us.
Gau became one of the first mountaineers from Taiwan to conquer Everest.
I stop summit around half hour. Then I go down with our two Sherpa.
But a life-altering experience awaited him just hours after his triumphant ascent.
Suddenly the storm is coming very quickly from the west side. Then coming. Our two Sherpa, they are trying to find our route going down. But in that time, I almost tired. Unfortunately, my oxygen is run out. I wear the mask, and that time is very difficult to breathing. Air only 1/3 in 8,400 meters.
At altitudes above 8,000 meters, known as the dead zone, survival becomes nearly impossible without external support. But Gau defied the odds.
I don't want to die here. In that time, I think, I have to waiting, real sunrise. Maybe 3, 4, or 5 hours later, somebody called me. Then I open my eye. I find out my Sherpa. He stand with me. He rescued me.
His airlift from Everest at that time was a record for the world's highest altitude rescue. But he also attributes his survival to some quirky advice from Angrita Sherpa, the first mountaineer to climb Everest 10 times without supplemental oxygen.
One time he told me, he with the Korea team summit Mount Everest, but they could not going down. So they are on the top of Mount Everest the whole night, no going down. Then I asked, I so surprised, how you can do? Anita told me, I whole night make a dancing disco. I say, why disco? He said, not really disco, just whole body is exercise. So I think, okay, maybe now I have to dancing, but I could not dancing. I can make my exercise.
This unconventional advice helped Gau endure the extreme conditions, but severe frostbite would come at a cost: 15 life-saving amputations. After multiple surgeries, Gau lost his nose, fingers, and parts of his feet. His credibility as a mountaineer came under question after another survivor, Jon Krakauers, cast doubts in his 1997 book-turned-movie Into Thin Air.
And this man, I don't know who he is. Until now, I never met this man, And he can write down many things about our team. So this is very strange.
The author had never climbed above 8,000 meters before 1996, but labeled the seasoned Taiwanese mountaineer as inexperienced and unqualified.
The book say our team equipment no good, our technical is not good enough. They say everything, but I don't know. He said he didn't contact us why he know this one. And our equipment is from the Western country, from France, from the America. If equipment not good, I think every team, everybody same equipment. So this is, I don't care.
He even accused Gau of disregarding the agreement among climbers not to ascend for the summit that day.
I say, I didn't take part to your meeting. I don't know you meeting decided. I never joined to your meeting. Why I can agree this one? It's very funny.
He tried to set the record straight with the author, but says that Krakauer ignored his letters. But when the book was said to be published in Chinese, its Taiwanese publisher reached out to Gau to verify the events.
I sent the same letter then to this Taiwan published company. After 1 week, Taiwan published company get a reply from this America published company, and the America respond from this book. First time he changed it, okay, change. But after 2 days, he used telex fax to the Taiwan company, say, okay, he don't want to change his original words.
Despite the fallout from Krakauer's criticism and his own physical challenges from the 1996 disaster, Gau was not deterred. He returned to the Everest base camp 2 years later, this time equipped with a camera to capture its breathtaking beauty.
So Everest for me is very interesting. I look to her as just a good friend. So every time I go in mountain area, every mountain like my good friend, I can communicate with them.
Since then, Gau has photographed over 100 mountain peaks throughout mainland China and Taiwan. And his long-term mission is to publish a book to share his love and legacy with the mountains.
I think mountain teach me one important thing is small mountain or high mountain, the mountain look everybody from west, from east, people is equal, it's the same.
Nearly 3 decades after escaping death and adapting to his new reality, the allure of mountains still calls to Gau. For the 75-year-old, his passion flows like the lifeblood through his veins.
My blood type is O, but when I sent to Alaska Anchorage Hospital, first they have checked my blood. One doctor, he know me, then he said, Makalu blood is M, because Makalu is M.
That means mountain.
Mountain also.